back to another episode of Inoculant Gaming. We're once again doing something a little bit different tonight. It normally would be our Minecraft stream, but we had some things that some were not able to come to, so we're switching that up for a special event that we're looking at potentially happen this Friday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, at this point, looking to try to make sure that we are up and running and trying to finish this series up with trying to, win the game and everything else. And I know we're starting to get close to that. I don't think we'll be finished this episode, not unless a lot of fun things go my way. But looking to at least move forward, potentially take out all of Carthage. And then go from there. Because my everything started to become a little bit thinner in the long run. Oh yeah, this is that holy city. Alright, so that means what I should do is this. Yeah. Alright, I can do stuff next turn for that, but let's get it going. 1714 AD. Alright. You're good there. Yeah, just set up for attack there and on to the next turn. Yeah, of course you don't like me. You'll pay for this in time. Quebec City. Where is Quebec City? Nope, not my turn yet. Can't do it. Let's go take a look. Find on the map. Oh, no, that's what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Oh. It's going to be a little bit harder to get a good spot on there. Yeah, there's a lot of other things going on. Okay, that's fun. Go ahead and heal. See if I can take out that. Alright. So let's see what we got. Let's do harbor for now. One, two, three. Want the perfect spot. I know you were good. Stay there. Oh, Inquisitor, yes. No one expects the Hindu Inquisition. What? Anyway. Yeah, with how many cities I got last episode, it was kind of a lot. So I know it takes a little bit longer each time to try to make sure we're good. Glad that's good and up and going. Go ahead and stay there as a blockade. Now that you're good too, see what you got over there. Glad to see you're back up and running. Go ahead and let's go to there for now. Oh, the sound of artillery going off is somehow very relaxing. I know that sounds very weird, but now they're getting there. Musketmen to a sword fight. That'll be entertaining. It's that old saying of bringing a gun to a sword fight, you know? Go ahead and take those out. That's fun. Well, next turn, you got it. Oof. Saddam wants a road to my capital. Alright. Do I have any spare workers? I don't think I do right now. So in that case, let me just buy one. Can't do anything yet. Alright. I think it's time to bring these knights home. Let's do it that way. A lot of water for them, but that's alright. Still excited for this battle right here. And when these 10 turns are up. Because, yeah, I don't think 10 turns is a long enough time. I think that, that's going to put it to where I can really do some damage on Carthage. And the fact that I got 2 cities for it was fantastic. There you go. And Milan likes me. Oh, that'll be good. Let's do a bank. Sure, do a stable. Actually, that's not a bad spot. I can now hit this one and then next turn, or next, if I get one more, I can hit it with 2. So, set up the range attack and chill there for now. Build a road to Sidon. That way that's all set up. Inquisitor, you're still good. Head this way. I don't remember what I wanted you here, so I'm going to just move you. Let's go to there for now. Stay alert for now. Oh yeah, the fun battle. On to the next turn.
Poco offero a te considerandum.
I have 3 sets of dies. You have... How are you able to do negative 52 gold per turn with none in the bank? If we did that as the player, we would lose instantly. But you know what? Sure, I will let it happen. I didn't need the iron, but sure, less iron for him. Oh good, a great profit. Alright, go for it. I think my range was better. Alright. Go for another one. I know Sydney was freaking out. So let's do Sydney. $19 more, okay. Ah, yes. Remove heresy. Slightly sad, I know, but there we go. Alright. Yay, they like me. They really like me. Let's do the shrine. Still need a lot of those. Let's do another artillery. Because having 4 won't be bad. That way I can have 2 up here on this one, and these 2 can go at these ones. And be fine. This one can actually go on both. Well, there's got a quick save because of what happened last time. Go ahead and you just chill there for now. I wonder how long it's going to take for the next World Congress to be to meet, because I know once that happens, it'll be crazy. Because that's when I could technically earliest win the game with my Greek bonus. Which yeah, because I'm doing really well there. I need to do some piety next. I didn't realize how good temples are for gold output. 25% is nice. Alright, you go back and chill out. Let's do temple. over there for now. Whew. A lot of real building going on. It's going to be a lot quicker to travel through here soon. Ooh, and the secondary set of roads. Going to Carthage. And then... Boutique? I forgot about that being a thing. See what we got? 6D culture. Oh, look at that. On the one random island. With some whales. Huh. Yay, Taj Mahal. I now have 30 days more of Golden Age. Let's go ahead and just bring you over. See how that goes. I did forget to check. Where did I see the... Oh, it's Silkway over there. That's cool. I'm not seeing any other... Okay. Go ahead and do public school, because you're the one that was missing out on that one. Just alert for now. It's not like that boat's going to be doing me any worries. Oh, you're getting there. Oh, new unit. Oh, one of those units. Alright. Well, let's move you over to the open land. What are the... Good, I'm glad that was a cancel option. Huh. Oh. That wasn't good. Yeah, didn't mean to do that one, so it closed out on me real quick. Alright, let's load this back up. Because it was having some major difficulties. And that's why I quick save after every turn. Because of how old this game is, sometimes it has some issues doing its thing. But for those that just jumped in, welcome. You can see me take over a whole continent. I have a couple turns left still from my peace deal with Carthage.
A city-state has requested your assistance.
Thanks to your...
Oh, it's giving me all of these. Okay, alright, there we go. Tactical nukes. Yeah, live nade. Not entirely there for tactical nukes yet. I mean, we're right now, we're gonna be on the modern era soon.
Excuse me.
Alright, I don't know why all the pop-ups are happening to me again. Yeah, I'm in the industrial, but I'm gonna hit the modern era by the time this game's over. At least that's my hope. But I'm so close to wiping out Carthage. I got some artillery in position. And then some artillery up here. But also I love the fact that yeah, I wiped out a good deal of Carthage's input. I guess plague rats would work, but I mean, we're an industrial area. So I mean, I feel like it's more like smallpox. Or maybe malaria.
Yeah.
Cover 1, cover 2. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I mean, plague rats would work pretty well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Gotta go right there. Alright. Ooh, look at you.
It may be of use.
And I did not mean to have all of the advisors start to pop up every time. That was my bad. Let's do public school. And because of the craziness, quick save. I guess I could try to release COVID-19 of them. That would be awful. But kind of sadly funny. As weird as that sounds.
You can upgrade up.
I know. Wait, is the unit finally back? He is finally back. Look at that. Oh. Hey, you're getting there on the road. You're looking like you have a road there. That's good. I'm not going to bully anybody.
It is what?
Yay, got rifling. Yeah, let's do industrialization. That'll be real helpful. Nope. I mean, meh. Alright. Milan, you want a road? I'm working on a road for you, kinda. Maybe once this road's done, I'll work on the road to you. Trial by combat? I mean, right now, that's pretty much what it's been. Oh, that's gonna be a fun match. Or a fun thing to watch. It looks like you got somebody over here. Yeah, I've been looking at this spot and I'm like, So much iron and stone sitting right here. Granted, it's all desert. I mean, I have been thinking about trying to challenge, Dido of Carthage to a one-on-one battle. I would definitely win that, even in my Alexander the Greek. Alexander the Great as Greece. I mean, I'd be okay with that. That would be a fun thing to do, I think. But I'm about to take him out anyway, just by artillery, because legit, I have artillery, and they're still coming at me with whatever that boat is. I mean, it feels like they're playing Catan. I don't think, it's.
The enemy you
I guess I'm kind of playing this like Catan.
Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo. Penseghe. Di sicuro no. Di sicuro no.
Alright, if you don't want to pay the money that you're supposed to pay, then I won't do it. I'm not going to do it for 2 and 1 iron. I don't need gold that bad. Oh, look, somebody's in awe of me. I'm not going to bully anybody. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That would be like the desert tile for Catan. Totally would. I see that now. You chill out there. Yeah, why not? Let's just destroy some more chips. I'm destroying the barbarians from, out in the middle of the sea. Let's do a quick save. Ooh, this will be a fun match. Alright. Looks like a little bit, some of them will survive. Let's see if that'll stay true. One did survive. Look at that. I'll let you stay alive. For now. Look at that. My road's getting there. It's going to take a while, but it'll eventually get there. Just like the rest of my roads are taking a while to make it. No, I get it. I mean, Civ 5's even a bit old. I just like it for the fact that you get the technology race, as well as, you can also do conquest and other things. Like, it's very adaptable in my opinion. And that's what I like the most about it. Oh. Alright, I'm going to leave you alone this time. Trying to chase you way over there is crazy. Let's do the circus. I wonder if I'm going to have enough turns to destroy Carthage before the world conquest. No, I get it. I get the real time. I still am a little fan of turn-based. It gives me a chance to think and to strategize. Which I just kind of like that part too. And this is just one of my favorites just because I enjoy history, so this having a little bit of a historical element added onto it, even though it's totally not that's what the pause button is for? I mean, I guess. But then isn't that like destroying your own argument then? If you have to pause to do what you want to do. Goodbye, ship. I feel like that destroys the integrity of your argument then. Oh, Venetian missionary. Look at that. Let's do a quick save, hopefully before it crashes. I mean, technically I don't have to pause with a turn-based. It's all turn-based, so it doesn't necessarily matter. Alright. Oh, I wonder who that's going to be. Me. Because look at this. I have so many allies, and nobody else has an ally yet. I should start paying attention to who has... Oh, right. Who has gold stuff going on right now? It looks like nobody. Although if I connect incense, I'll have tons of people. Alright. I'm ready to destroy Carthage. It is almost time, I feel. Oh, look at that. Pretty soon. Oh, 16 pressure. Holy cow. That has gone up a lot. Oh. Alright, Sparta. Why do you want a workboat? I guess I could try to get that for Athens. But no, let's just do research for now. Until industrialization comes out and I can get factories. Fill him with arrows. Yeah, that's what it... Ooh. Protestantism. You're over there, I get it. It's funny that this one archer has taken on 2 or 3 boats and it's actually started to work. Like it's another one of those things that shouldn't actually be a thing. Let's see what we got. It has to be getting close. I mean, I have almost everybody in position now. come back kind of into the middle. Oh, hey, it's nearby. I'll let you go destroy it. Wait, capture the king and make him walk the plank with... I can't see all part of that comment. Let me take a look real quick. Something on another device. It's not going to show up there. Oh, with his ankles. Okay. With his ankles tied to a statue of yourself. So the last thing he sees before he dies is your face. That would be fantastic. That also was such a long comment. I mean, that makes sense to me. No, you're good. It was the way that it was just part of the arrow for a quick to the click to reply. Took me a second to take a look, but that was good though. I would agree. Let's do an opera house. Sure, we'll do that. See, for me, the fun part for me on this one is just the slow crawl to everyone else's death, because I am so far ahead. Like, most other people are so, like... How do you implement a lich in D&D? Well, I'll need to take a look at, I mean, are you trying to make it a playable character, or just as an actual creature you'd fight? Okay. I mean, a challenge rating of 21 is crazy. Like, you'd have to have a good group to fight against. I mean, I'm looking at him now, and him being a spellcaster is always a little difficult. But I mean, are you talking about like how you'd bring it about? Because normally it's an undead, so usually in some form of a crypt or another. I mean, that's probably the simplest form I can think of. Nothing over here yet. Oh, there's something there. Go take that out. Oh, there's another one down here. Look at that. All the desert is my my Greek Lancers. I mean, like, what story would you make around it? Is that what you're kind of asking? Because I think for me, I would make some sort of an ancient legend that helps to. I forgot that all these can be riflemen now. Although I need to move you. Yeah. You're on the Discord, right? Because if you want to pop into my my Discord voice channel, that would work. Oh, all right. Here, I'm going to paste it into here. That way you can join the Discord. And if you want to jump into my voice channel, I mean, I would be streaming your voice. Well, I've had some issue with that, so that might actually be helpful to help me play around with that. But we'd be able to actually just chat straight up. Alright, looks like you joined. Hey, there we go.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, it's just going to be really weird because I'm also watching your stream.
Right. I mean, you can just tone it down. That way you can, the stream's a little bit delayed, but...
Yeah, true. Let's see if I can't change that volume. How to change the volume.
But I mean, are you trying to write like a fully original story with it? Or...
We kind of already have that.
Okay.
Well, not like an original story, but we have... Let's see, it's confusing because how it's set up right now is the guy who... Or the father was killed by the son eventually, but like how it came to be that is he went away because he was like, I guess, not accepted by his dad and was not strong enough, and he found this armor weapon that corrupted him.
Yeah.
And he became evil, and the final act that drove him to be actually becoming a lich was killing his father.
Okay.
That's kind of how we have it going right now.
Yeah.
But his sister is still alive. And so we have his sister going to... And his mentor is also alive.
And his what's also alive?
His mentor.
Oh, okay.
So, like we're gonna, like... So, where we're currently at in our campaign is we just defeated the vampire and some other person that wasn't really connected to the vampire, but we killed the vampire that he set to maintain in his absence.
Okay.
So we killed him, and now the next session we do, which I am running, is going to find his mentor, Uther. And then once we have Uther, we're going to have to, talk to him and show him somehow that, hey, we're friendly, you can trust us.
Right.
And then he'll let us know that his sister is still alive and where we can find her.
Okay.
And all the while that is happening, he is actually going around the countryside to neighboring villages and such, gathering their support to, you know, instead of how his father was, like he's coming behind and like, my father is gone, you know, pledge your fealty to me. And if they
Okay.
don't just give in, he will take the town by force and then set up his own person in the town.
Yeah.
The party is actually lucky because if they actually met, I would have them do a little skirmish with some undead people from his army.
Right.
But they just managed to be
To sneak
in
past
the... Not like sneak past it, like I have it like marked out by dots where they're going to be
Yeah.
during certain days for the journey, because we're going to be moving faster because it's just going to be a friendly cleric with us and our party all on horses. So like, okay, I looked it up online. Horses can move like 32 miles or something per day, or like something weird like that for D&D anyway. So
Right.
it would take like 5 days to get 100 something miles. So I was like, okay, making it that way, the easiest way to look at it is, okay, moving a horse, we can roughly go 25 miles in a day.
Right.
So I calculated from the city, 25 miles, that's 1 day of travel, marked it with a black mark. And all the way to where Uther is.
Okay.
And then I started with blue, where Arthas started.
Okay.
And then the blue continued until we were leaving the town, and then it turned red.
Uh-huh.
And it's really funny because the third day of travel for us ends right on the edge of this little lake, and the third day of travel for them once we left the town is right next there, is like right next door.
Ah,
But
okay.
it's 10 miles away, so he wouldn't see us.
Oh, man.
So it was like, if they were just traveling at that point right there, they possibly could have a small skirmish.
Right.
But like, they're moving slower because, I mean, he has this, you know, huge army of undead soldiers, so they only move like 10 miles a day or so.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, horseback compared to walking is very
Yeah, I mean,
different.
they'll have knights and stuff, but they're going to stay as an army in case they're attacked.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you have
But-
any
and then, like-
control over the potential part of the story?
Well, I'm running it, so I would.
Okay.
I have some.
I'm running the next part and probably the actual battle with the Lich,
Okay.
most likely. And how I want to have it is like, okay, we're going to go find his mentor Uther. We're going to, you know, show him that we can be trusted, we're friendly enough. And like, okay, well, that's good. I'll let you in on a secret. The sister is actually still alive. She's not going to be of really help in, say, a fight or whatever. But she could be the new leader once, you know, Arthas has been defeated. So, like, all of the country can be rallied behind her, you know?
Right.
So, after we find Uther and he tells us, hey, you know, the princess is still alive, no one knows where she is but me. Since I can trust you, I will let you know where she is. So then you go and find her and talk to her, and she's like, well, I am ready, you know, like, I know what my brother's been doing. I've seen things thanks to Uther. But I can't do this alone. We need help. Even with your group and whatnot, I don't think we have enough to face him.
Right.
So the job then would be going, and you would actually be at that point enough behind where Arthas's army is to go behind where he went through and try to regather the towns he visited to your side.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, instead of fighting all Arthas and his entire army, it would be like army versus army, and then you guys just taking Arthas straight on.
Okay.
So like depending on how many forces you can muster is how many towns you can rally to your side. So like my whole second part that we do in a week or so is once we get to the sister, she has a magical helm that can teleport people. So when we get there, we rest the night in case there's a fight or something. So next day, we go to the nearest town. Each town would take 2 days. We get there, we have to do something to try to win them over. I'll come up with something for each town. Some of them will just like join you because they're not going to put up any resistance.
Right.
Like Arthas didn't even visit them because they're too small to know, but hey, there are people there that will fight for the side because they've already been maybe helping the princess with food and supplies and such.
Right.
But like when you get to the first big town that Arthas has visited, the leader there was a sissy, basically. So he's like, okay, you're the new king. I'm just going to side with you. I don't care who the leader is as long as, I get mine.
Right.
So then he also is a biggert in a way and won't have any females whatsoever in the court
leadership
area.
position. Oh, in court area even.
That's like he won't have any females anywhere. So all of the female characters, which there are 3 of them in our party,
right,
they won't be able to help in this little fight. So you have to fight the leader, who is not going to be like he's going to be kind of a pushover, but enough of a fight that it's going to be difficult without the 3 extra people.
Right.
So like you have to defeat him. So there are 6 of us total. My character is a female barbarian. Andy is playing a female monk, and then another friend of mine that I brought in from work is playing a female rogue. So the 3 of us wouldn't be allowed in the courtyard.
Oh wow!
But John's character, the cleric, will. A friend of ours, Andrew Sanders, is playing a dwarf wizard, so he'd be allowed in there. And Ed's character, which is a male monk, so those 3 characters would be allowed in there to fight this little mock battle between a few of like the king, the palace guard, and this royal person. And if you win, which you should, because it shouldn't be that hard of a fight, then you could set someone up who'd be more willing to side with the princess.
Right.
And then you'd go to the next town and try to do something the same. But that town was actually attacked by Arthas because they didn't want to give up their freedoms that they had, because Arthas was giving ridiculous orders like, this is what you have to do, and you swear fealty to me and whatnot.
Right.
So like they wouldn't give in, so he just straight up attacked them, and it took 2 days before he was able to subjugate the town. Many of the people, like the soldiers fought, the people did not. So many of the people in the town were very upset with what happened, and they are willing to rise up and revolt against the person that Arthas set up.
Yeah.
To maintain his presence in the town. So you can have a little revolt there. I would try to make that more of a verbal roleplay component instead of a actual fight.
Right.
And then there was a session that I did a long time ago called Assault on Arborville.
Okay.
The town that attacked us was from this region of the map, and the town is called Donwick, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And we captured one of the people. Unfortunately, we did not bring him along with us. We were supposed to, but we totally forgot. So that's a
Ooh.
thing that we missed out on, which would
Yeah.
have helped. But the king might remember us because some of us will probably be wearing the colors of Arborville, or like
Okay.
have vestments of Arborville, like we would have the colors of it.
Yeah.
And the king would know that, hey, we assaulted Arborville because one person in particular said we would get a lot of money. And like the reason why they did that is because they don't want to stand against, they don't want to deal with Arthas because they know he's evil, but they can't stand against Arthas because they're not strong enough as an individual town.
Right.
They're not a small town by any means, but their military presence isn't all that fantastic.
Yeah.
So they wanted to get a lot of gold to hire mercenaries, or if they were even lucky enough to find someone willing with the amount of gold they have to hire even like an entire kingdom's aid to, pay off, like, hey, we'll give you this like large sum of gold if you'd help us like fight Arthas off of our territory. He would, like the person who did that like was another playable, not playable, but an NPC that will be coming back. And he'll be coming back very, very often.
Huh.
But when he sees us, is like, hey, you were that place we assaulted, and like, have a conversation with them. I'm willing to. Arthas hasn't come here yet because we're so far south that he just hasn't come down here because I guess something happened and drove his army northward.
Right.
Because like they were maybe on the way, but then something brought him back to the city, which kind of would have been us. Because we did kill his vampire, and I guess someone may have alerted him while he was traveling to get more supporters and such. So like I'd be willing to side with you if you could, do something for my town, or somehow, have a conversation with the group. Side like, hey, I'll pledge some troops to your side, and we'll try and fight Arthas together to restore peace and balance to this region. So that's kind of where we're at now. But you know how liches are, and they're supposed to have phylacteries?
Right.
So when you kill a lich, the lich is not essentially dead, because their soul will go back into the phylactery.
Correct.
I don't know if I want to have the phylactery either on the lich himself, somewhere in the castle, or somewhere else entirely that the party would have to go find it. I'll have someone in the party actually roll the dice, because how it's supposed to be stated, once the lich's body is dead, the lich will come back in 1d10
1d10 days. Right.
So yeah, someone would have to roll the die, like, hey, just someone like, hey, John, roll a d10.
Right.
And like when he rolled, like, he wouldn't. Hopefully, he wouldn't know. I mean, he's been kind of working a little bit with the lich too, because he was doing this previous session we just ended.
Yeah.
So, like, hopefully, he wouldn't know. Like, hey, I know I'm rolling this dice, but hopefully, he just wouldn't pick up on that.
Right.
So they would have whatever the number of dice rolled. Like, okay, that's how many days they have to go find it before the lich comes back.
Right.
There is a location on the map that I did make called, it's basically a keep. It's right next to a temple, and I could have him hide his little phylactery up there, because that's where he essentially started at when we entered this region on the map after sailing for like a week.
Right.
That's an option, or to bring him back even later in the campaign as a bigger enemy later on. Like, we didn't fight him at his fullest strength. He was, weakened from traveling, or maybe the battle he fought with the one town left him weakened. And he's like, we defeat him, like, okay, cool, we defeated the lich, we can go find him, and like, he has fake phylacteries.
Okay.
And like, okay, hey, we defeated the Lich. We found this device that has like purple glowy magic in it. So like it looks like a true phylactery, but it really isn't. So when we find that phylactery, we destroy it. Like, okay, we defeated the Lich. We killed his phylactery. It's over. The region has been restored, and we're done with this. Like the thing would be like, it's not. He's gonna come back in a later date, and actually his true phylactery is in Arborville.
I mean, that could be fun.
So it would be really hard to pull off because as a cleric and monks, they have the ability to detect magic or sense evil.
Right.
Like, where would I be able to hide it?
I
Unless
mean,
pulling off of something like how you've seen Black Panther, right?
yeah.
Kind of pulling off like Wakanda, like the city of Wakanda.
Oh, having all the magic be trapped within an unperceivable barrier?
Yes. So like there is like a castle or something, like not like a kingdom or like a big city perhaps, but it's like a castle hidden in the mountains that it's not on any map. No one even knows it exists because it's hidden by a magical barrier, and you can't detect anything unless you're right there upon it. Like not even inside the barrier itself, but like right next to it. Then you would maybe know that something's there.
Right.
That's
I don't
what
know.
I'm
I
leaning
think
towards kind of right now. That could be fun, or just like up in that one keep.
so. Like, how are liches usually originally formed? I guess is the question.
Liches are formed. They have to be a very high spellcaster. Like the book states, 11th level spellcaster. So basically, level 11 is how I'm taking that.
Okay.
I don't really know for certain.
Right.
And they have to have like 150,000 gold. I mean, he's the previous, prince of the region, so he'd have that in spades. He's got plenty of gold. He has to make a phylactery himself, and he has to pour his soul into it. And it's like a ritual casting thing that he has to do to fulfill the requirements. And like, it's a whole process.
Yeah. If it's a whole so where did he quote unquote die?
Arthas didn't die.
Oh, he just turned himself into a lich.
He just like I don't know, because like liches can be evil, liches can be good. Well, not good, but like neutral.
Well, no, it's as far as I'm looking, it's any evil alignment. So they have to be evil, but they could be chaotic. They could be chaotic. They could be neutral, or they could be lawful.
I mean, I don't know. It can be I mean, yes, it can be that way. I think you could have a good lich, like a wizard who wanted to become a lich, not for the pursuit of power, but for the pursuit of knowledge. Like he just like, I am so, up. Like I just want to know everything.
Right.
I'm not in it for power or glory or riches. I just want to know everything this world has to offer. So I'm going to I know this spell. I have this knowledge of doing this spell to allow me to live forever. I'll be a lich, but I don't want to do it for evil purposes. So essentially, he wouldn't be evil. If he died, he would just come back and continue his pursuit of knowledge.
I don't know on that one. I like the idea.
I could understand that, but that was just an interpretation, I suppose. If you didn't want to have an evil lich.
No, I like the idea of, so like, what caused him to like freak out?
The armor is like very corrupting. Like that
Okay.
he brought, like he wanted more power, and he was not happy the way his father was treating him. I don't really know that. I'd have to ask John because he's the one who made that whole thing there.
Okay.
How he wanted it.
Here's what I would probably do. Is I would probably I mean, this would take probably a little bit of doing, but if it was me, just on the outside, I would make it to where, like, was he driven from the original castle?
He wasn't necessarily driven from the evil castle. He just went around to gain more power for himself to, I guess, try and prove himself to his dad.
Right.
And in doing so, he found the armor and, like, called to him and made him evil. I mean, we could make that something more than what it is.
Right. See, what I would do is I would
tied into more of a story plot.
I would make it a story plot for sure.
Lich.
I would make it a story plot for sure. What I would probably do is I would make it to where his lair would be like his spellcasting learning room, but I would have it be a secret room tied off from his bedroom. Like,
yeah, that John did suggest that too.
Yeah, I would do
like, we found the phylactery area, but it's not here. It's actually like you pull a book or something, and like a whole separate area uncovers itself underneath the area, and you're like, oh, another whole area. This phylactery must be in here.
Yeah, I would totally do it in a secret spot where they would have to discover it first, but even then, they would be trapped.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And so I would totally make it more of a difficult trap too. And
that would easily be arranged.
And do it that way, just as a yeah, I would do it as a way for it to be hidden, but also like to go really well with the plot points of the story.
It's interesting because, like, I mean, I wish we would have invited you to this because it would be more interesting to have you part of the story because you do DMing stuff. So, like, having that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, well, my DM, I'm getting near the end of my campaign actually. Although I am very proud of this campaign. Because granted, I stole it from lots of things. But I stole, like, just enough that I needed and still made it my own where the characters could enjoy.
Oh, yeah. That's the best way to play it. Because I know I took something from someone that something made on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like a leprechaun trap world type deal. Where, like, this leprechaun invites you to this thing and he traps you in his own little world. That's, I guess, it's a small little world. It's not very big. But he traps you in there and you have to answer these riddles to figure out why he trapped you or whatever. And then you can, like, eventually he will come down and you will fight him, and then you can get his loot at the end of his rainbow, essentially.
Right.
I took the premise of, hey, there's a leprechaun, and I'm gonna kind of take the trap realm from the leprechaun, but make my own thing with it. So I had the leprechaun, one of the characters that will be coming back continually as a evil/not evil character. Trick the leprechaun, stole his powers with a magical orb, and used the leprechaun's powers, but because magic comes with a price, the orb will not keep his powers forever. So every time the person who stole his powers uses some sort of a leprechaun power, the orb cracks. And once it cracks fully, it shatters, and the leprechaun's powers are returned to the leprechaun.
Okay.
So he stole the powers, tricked our party into coming with him to the trap realm, which was the actual leprechaun's house. And instead of like a series of riddles and questions and whatnot, I made it a series of puzzles
Right.
that the party had to solve. And after every puzzle, there was like a small little fight that dropped a non-necessary item. Like, oh, we're not going to need this. We're not going to pick it up. But it was actually necessary because that's the key. Like, putting all these items together was actually the key to get out of the realm that you are trapped in.
Right.
Because once you defeat the fake leprechaun, you open the portal. Like, you find the door, but beating him opens up the portal door, but you can't go through because it's locked. And the only way to do that is opening the lock with the key that you made from defeating the other fights.
Oh, okay.
So it was a lot more fun than just, oh, we're gonna ask the thing's gonna ask a whole bunch of riddles, and you're gonna answer the riddles and find out needless information that you don't need at all. Like, I just tied it more into why this was happening.
I have some information.
And for some reason, I cannot hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been talking much. I just declared war back on Carthage.
Kill him.
I mean, that's what I'm working on. But
it's been really funny because one thing Ed did is have a session where Andy's character was going to be sacrificed. We don't really understand for what reason he was going to be sacrificed. He was going to be sacrificed, but we stopped it. So I don't know if that's going to come back into play at all. But we've had an ongoing story plot where John's character has been targeted by several assassins and other people trying to kill him because he is a cleric, and clerics, well, he is playing the cleric as, I want to spread my god's religion as far and as wide as I possibly can.
right.
Somebody does not want that happening because that would be taking away from their character's god.
Oh.
So we've already had an assassination attempt once, and it did kind of succeed. It dropped him to 0 in one hit.
Okay.
This is when we were still very early on in the game.
Right.
But it did essentially, one, it's a rogue thing. So it was like, oh, sneak attack damage, and felled him with one attack.
Right.
But then we brought him back to life. We stabilized him and healed him. And all was good. And then the one character, I have kind of alluded to the fact that he was after him, but not really, because he's more after something else, which the party hasn't found out. And the party, at least John's character, essentially is very mad at this character that I have introduced, and would essentially kill him if they see him again. But I don't want them to.
Right.
Because he's supposed to be used later. Well, he doesn't have to be, but if they kill him, that's fine. If not, it'd be more fun to have him, because he's the wizard that helped them in the very first session, which I unfortunately was not a part of. The wizard Grundlegrot. This is essentially his son.
Oh, okay.
But Grundlegrot doesn't know he has a son. The woman he loved was he had to leave, as a wizard, to seclusion, so he left his family to become a full-fledged wizard.
Right.
And something else went down, and they were stuck in Arborville, and some bad things happened with the previous king before King Boomy took ownership of Arborville.
Okay.
And it killed his mother, and Sebastian is the guy's name. Sebastian is very upset with that, and upset with his father for not coming to try and help the mother.
Right.
So Sebastian is trying to get back at his father.
Mm.
And he just wants recognition from his father. Like, hey, I'm a wizard. I'm just as good as you are. I'm trying to ruin your name. I'm trying to ruin you because you're not a great person because you didn't come and help us when we needed it most.
Right.
Like,
That
that's
sounds about
his
right.
story.
Yeah.
That's like his story, but like he's attacked once trying to get to Arborville by use of goblins digging a tunnel from their camp into Arborville. They didn't get very far because goblins aren't strong, but he did use his mind control power to mind control some scouts that Arborville sent
Okay.
to help the digging process, but they thwarted that. That was the first encounter of Sebastian, and then the second encounter was him stealing the leprechaun's powers. So like I would try to then incorporate what's going on with the Lich into the assassination attempts on John's character.
I mean, that
Like
makes sense.
the armor could be an extension of either an evil deity that is against John's deity or some other person that worships that deity and basically is like the mouthpiece of the deity. And like he is a really powerful wizard or something and created this armor and put it there, all well knowing that Arthas will stumble upon it eventually.
Yeah.
Like introducing the BBEG in a interesting way as, oh, it's not actually the Lich, it's just the armor that made the Lich is actually from this person. Because the vampire alluded to sending the assassin to kill John's character.
Right. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I know for me in my story, it's been... I stole from a lot of different elements. Like... Have you seen One Piece, some of the early seasons? Can you still hear me? I lost you somehow. Hold on. Alright, we back in? Can you hear me? Nope, I think somehow Discord's messing up for you. I think I have to leave and come back. Because sometimes Discord does that. It's a little bit weird like that. It eventually fades out. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
It might be just this Discord
Hey, now I can hear you.
problem. Yeah, it was a Discord problem. Discord
Yeah.
does that for some dumb reason.
No, I know. I know it does that. That's why I was just like, I'm seeing your light flash green, but I was like, I can't hear you anymore. What happened?
Yeah, I thought it was you for a second. I'm like, wait, if he's not talking after this long and after I said something, it's definitely Discord.
Yeah, I was like, I even typed into the chat in case you saw it on the stream.
No, I stopped watching the stream because it was getting annoying hearing the second I was like losing train of thought.
Right? No, yeah, makes sense.
And it was weird because like when I was talking in the stream, like when I was talking to you and then when I heard it back,
Right,
on
it's
the
a couple
stream,
seconds later, yeah.
like I sounded like Ed.
Really?
It sounded like my voice coming back in my earpiece on the stream sounds like Ed. Like I was like,
that's
why do I sound like Ed?
that's weird. But I mean, I guess that's what happens when you get compressed over time. I don't know. That's the best thing I can come up with.
I'll take it. Easy explanation for me.
Right?
There's the box.
I wiped out Carthage,
Ooh,
by the
17.
way.
Hooray! Carthage is no more.
Yep.
Not Carthage. Carthage is still alive. You can't kill Carthage.
I mean, the next
even
one's
hear
gonna
anyone.
be. It's gonna be. I'm gonna go after Mecca, and Lord Harun al Rashid of Arabia.
That's an interesting name for a person.
I don't know what else to tell you. That's.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Main speed.
What I should do though is bring over. Yeah, the ships should bring over so I can get some naval attacks and do it that way.
I'm like, yeah. Tower shield. Woot. Can't freaking use it though.
Why can't you use the tower shield?
It is too much of a strength requirement.
Wait, what type of character was your character again?
Oh, this is me playing Dark Souls.
Oh, Dark Souls. Okay.
But my character is a female, half elf, half Genasi barbarian.
Yeah, you would have tons of strength then.
I have 17 strength, so plus 3 modifier for it.
That makes sense.
I'm working on getting it to 20 with my 2 more level ups. And then my other point I'll put into something. I don't know what I'll put it into, but I'll put it into something. Because you get 2 points every level up, and you can use those 2 points however you like. So the first level up, 2 into strength, that puts me at 19. The next level up I get for stat increase or whatever is 1 point in strength, giving it 20. And
Right.
then the other point somewhere else. And then my third level up when I can choose, I'm not going to take a stat point, I'm going to get another feat.
Nice.
Which feat? Don't know yet. But I will get another feat. My
Makes sense.
second level up, my second level up I took a feat called Tough. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you know what Tough does, but Tough is glorious.
No, I know what tough is.
So yeah, my AC is currently 18. When I'm level 20, it will be 22. I think.
I still
no,
had some of the
24.
best. I still have had some of the best fun with high AC characters.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm not really making her for AC necessarily. She is the health absorption tank as a barbarian.
right.
We are all level 11 now, and she's currently sitting at 167 HP. With a totem of, like a totem barbarian, so
Okay.
I take all damage is halved except for psychic. And there's no one that really ever uses psychic damage. So it's like, I'm basically your absorption tank. You guys can't freaking hurt me, so don't even try.
I've tried before as a
It's
DM.
glorious.
Although I've
I mean, you
failed,
guys-
but I have tried. Like I
I'm
tried.
sure. Like it can be done. It would just take a long time.
Like, for fun kicks and giggles, I tried to throw a golden dragon at a barbarian and failed.
What level? Like, the party was level 20?
No, party was... So, I gave them some extra enchanted items.
Uh-huh.
So they're
I mean,
effectively...
at that point, you kind of have to for a dragon fight.
Well, they're... Yeah, I've been... Like, the whole point of the campaign is that... And they even know this... Is that eventually a Tarrasque is going to be released.
No, not a Tarrasque.
Yes.
No, I've been listening to a podcast, and the main, like, one of the main villains released several god characters, one of them being a Tarrasque, and it was brutal.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Insane.
I have made them ready. Like, I threw a challenge rating 24 or 26 golden dragon at them, and they survived it pretty well.
That's pretty good. Did you have a fight beforehand? Or was it just like a lot of role play, a lot of like stuff that they won't really take much damage from, and then poof, dragon?
It was more of I made it into a... So I did the stats as the golden dragon, but I did it as it was... This is going to be a long story, but
That's
the semi-short version is that actually, let me just go from the beginning. So the world that I built was... Have you seen One Piece?
I've seen some of it, yes. Not all of it.
So do you know about the 4 Seas?
Kind of, where they come together, yeah.
Yeah. So they come together at that mountain?
Well, I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, well...
But I know of, like, and them, they have referenced like, the 4 Seas and, like, the sea where they all meet together, and you can see all, like... I've got, like, to the point where they meet the chef, or his dream is to go there to get all the types of fish in one sea.
Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, so that one, it's actually a mountain that they reach, spoiler alert. But that was like from, I don't know how many years ago, so I don't feel so bad about that one. But I basically...
It's fine. I mean, I just started watching it.
I basically stole that idea of the 4 seas coming together, and I made it 4 separate worlds coming together with a mountain in between them all.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I made it to where it was Lord of the Rings, Narnia, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Nice.
And so I D&D, like, adapted all of those worlds into D&D. And, like, their characters started out at Lord of the Rings. But what I eventually made was, you know that mountain in the middle? Yeah. It was actually the trapping of the Tarrasque.
Interesting.
And so it had been... How, like 3,000 or 30,000 years was the last time the Tarrasque was released. And I made a secret society of bards that were the ones that were trying to keep up the force field for the Tarrasque.
So, like to hold the Tarrasque in place?
Yeah, that's why it's lasted 30,000 years. And it's now finally weakening, and they have 3 months before it's about to be released again.
Oh, dang.
And I think they're level 14 now. I'm hoping to try to get them to level 20 before it releases. But I'm running out of ideas for side quests.
Understandable.
Because I originally had them go get legendary items from each world.
Okay.
And so, like, I had them originally get Gandalf's sword.
Oh, yay, Glamdring. I love Glamdring.
Yeah. So I had him get that. I had him get, you remember Iroh's pipe? From Avatar: The Last Airbender? It was like his song pipe flute thing.
Oh, that one horn thingy?
Yeah, Iroh's horn, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had him get Iroh's horn for our bard, and I gave it special stats and everything.
Nice.
And then, like... I did Susan's bow from Narnia.
Awesome.
And then I did Davy Jones' belt for our rogue. and I made it a belt of returning dagger.
Oh no! So it's basically like you can throw it or whatever, and it just comes back to you.
Correct. You can throw whatever weapon that was in it, and it'll return back, which can be any dagger.
Awesome.
So, like, I made these really, really cool legendary items.
Yeah.
And, but all of that was so that they could level up and have some fun stories along the way for the eventual Tarrasque release.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I've been DMing this for almost 2 years now, which is one of the longest games I've ever been a part of.
And they're just not level 14?
Yeah.
Are you doing an XP system? Or milestone?
Originally XP. Take it as a worker. Totally taking it as a worker.
Because, I mean, we're doing milestone, but, like, we're kind of doing a weird milestone. So, it was, like, after the first session, everyone leveled up to 2. Second session, everyone leveled up to 3. Up to level 5. So, it was, like, 1 to 5 was a session in between.
Yeah.
Then 6 to 10 was 2 sessions in between each level. And then now we're doing 3 sessions between each level up to 15. And then 15 to 20 is going to be 4 sessions between each level. Like, we're not leveling up quick, but we're leveling up decently.
Yeah, I was doing XP, but I started pretty much doing the XP like whose line is it anyway, where it didn't really matter.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's easier to do milestone, I guess, because, like, oh, you killed the creature, you get all the XP. Everyone else fought it, they don't really get as much XP, but for participating, you get some XP, so you'd have unleveled, people. Like, everyone's not the same level.
No, yeah, I've been trying to balance that for sure. Although, I do give, I think it's an extra 20 XP per kill. So in the early levels, it was like there was a couple level discrepancies, but now when you're like at 10,000, like 50 per kill is nothing. Like, it doesn't make any difference now. Hey, look, I got electricity.
That's fun, as do I.
And I discovered aluminum.
Aluminium. It's a fun thing to have. You can make some boats now to go fishing.
Yeah, let's do archaeology. Let's finally do it.
You don't want them to unearth the Tarrasque? Don't do archaeology. Don't do it.
I mean, in Civilization, there are no Tarrasques, so that makes it easier.
I mean, they could unearth a prehistoric dinosaur that's still alive somehow.
Nope, this isn't Jurassic Park either, so that doesn't work either.
Dang it.
Good try, though.
What if they delved too greedily and too deep and unearthed a Balrog?
I'm okay with that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That one's okay.
The rest of them couldn't happen.
Our campaign is also set in Lord of the Rings lore.
But yeah, I did a lot of fun. Just like I've made some adjustments to things, for kicks and giggles, and it's been a lot of fun. Oh, I just can't. Well, I don't see it right now. That's why. Stay alert for now. All right, you know what? Ooh.
Whee!
For some reason, right now, I am actually not happy. That is crazy.
What? What happened?
My happiness. Well, because I took over too many cities, to where right now their happiness is not good right now.
Makes sense. I guess, kind of in a way, but like not really.
Right? Here, I'll make more stock exchanges. That way I can get more money quicker. As if that'll make things happy.
Sure, that works.
But
But,
no, it's because of... Yeah, I'm getting 189 unhappiness from... 108 because of population. Oh, man. Alright, where is the unhappiness
like-
will go away?
You're like China. You have too many people in a small, crowded area.
I have a whole continent. It's not too many people.
Tell them to spread out. Make more cities.
I need to actually buy things that'll make me happy. So what will make me happy?
Teddy bears.
Coliseum. Let's do some There we go. You're too advanced for me. Coliseum. All right. Another call. I'm buying all these Coliseums so that
You guys? I mean, I don't know if you get together with people for D&D, or do you play on Roll20?
right now we actually just play on Facebook.
Oh, that works too.
We do Facebook Messenger and do it that way.
What do you do for like a map or whatever? Or
Right now it's all in our heads.
Which is not bad.
Like
We use Roll20, so we have visual representation of stuff too, and we want to. But we've been trying to get more in the, hey, let your mind's eye work.
Yeah, we've gotten it to the point where like I do great links to explain what side people are on of different things.
Yeah.
But I don't have a good setup. One, I don't know Roll20 well enough. I'm starting to learn it because of another game.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad system, but it's only great if you, I think, pay into it. So it's, it has its drawbacks of what you can do with it if you don't pay subscription.
Right.
But even that said, it's still not a bad system. Because, I mean, you could use other systems that are completely free to make your own maps and whatnot, and then using the free Roll20, drag that stuff in for you to use.
Right.
Which is what we do, or just like go online and find people's maps that they just made or like uploaded from D&D source books.
Right. Yeah, no,
whatever. Like, okay,
because I do D&D Beyond for like my source materials, but then other times I just have people use their imagination.
That's how it is. Like, I found a small group of people to play D&D on Roll20, and the person DMing that basically is all imagination. We'll use like maps and stuff for combat scenarios to help visualize what's going on for combat roll, essentially. But other than that, it's basically all imagination. But my character on that is very interesting. Because I made a non-druid druid.
Okay.
Her name is Sage, and she's a professor. So she is not like, I'm the high and mighty druid who's all about nature and preserving life and yada yada yada, like how druids are like supposedly looked on all the time.
Right.
That's not how she is.
Oh, okay.
She is a simple professor of botany. Her research took her to lots of different places. She has lots of different source books that she herself helped write with her father, who is the head of the botany department at the university where she teaches it. Well, she taught at, but for the story purpose, they're on a hunt for scavenging because that's the only way to get artifacts and rare things to get money in this world.
Okay.
And she was fine with where she is, but she wants to do this scavenging to get to earn more money and to see different creatures and experience different plants and animals and everything, because she's on the hunt for a cure for an illness that killed her younger sister Sapphire.
Ooh.
but she's a druid, and she's going to be she's Circle of the Moon druid, so she has that access to beefier creatures starting at level 3
Okay.
or level 2, I guess, because that's when you get to choose your circle, I think.
It's level 2, I believe, yeah.
So I can start choosing and using level CR1 creatures at level 2. And unfortunately, I thought this was kind of dumb for druids because they are all about nature and animals and, protecting nature and stuff. Druids don't get an animal companion pet. Like, that makes no sense to me. So, whatever, I'm going to abide by the rules in a way, but I'm still giving my character a pet. The pet can't do anything, it's just there.
I mean, I guess
It
that
is
works.
It doesn't attack, I can't command it to do anything, it's just there. So basically, kind of like Kiba and Akamaru from Naruto, but Akamaru can't do anything. Akamaru is just sitting there. So it's a little baby wolf pup, her name is Kara, and basically I use her as a conduit for my wild shape.
I guess that works.
So when my character wild shapes, her eyes glow blue. She becomes kind of like a wisp of energy. That energy gets transferred into the wolf pup, and that's how I wild shape. And right now, the coolest one I have, or not coolest, I mean, I went through the bestiary app on my phone, and all beast creatures level CR 1 to 6.
Right.
I starred, so I just have a whole assortment of creatures with a few small CR ones too, just thrown in there for flavor purposes, for like hiding in plain sight. Basically, I can be a cat. I'm never going to use the cat for combat purposes, but I can use it for blending in with the natural surroundings because that's kind of built into my character's backstory.
Right.
That's how she observed nature, like certain beasts, without being noticed. He was just like, I'm going to be here, you're not going to care because I'm part of nature, I'm not disturbing anything.
Right.
And the creatures aren't going to notice, really. Like, oh, just a bird sitting up there. But one of the creatures that I'm going to transform into the majority for combat scenarios is something called a young winter wolf.
Okay.
It's just a CR1 wolf that has 16 AC, 37 hit points. So it's not broken, it's not bad, it's decent. But it's a wolf. I have a wolf pup. It makes sense. And every time I do that, hey, it's just like Kara gets bigger and can attack things now. It's really cool.
Nice.
And every time combat is done and I end wild shape, I become the human druid form again. And then I look down at Kara. Kara's looking at me and is like, Mommy, do that again. That was fun. Like looking up at you like that big puppy dog eyes, like, please do that again, that was awesome. I want to experience killing things.
That's funny.
I only got to wild shape, well, one for combat purposes, one for, hey, there's this 30-foot chasm, how are you guys going to get across? So I'm just going to turn myself wild shape into a Spider King, which is a level CR1 beast. It is large, so everybody hop on my back. We're going just straight across.
Right.
Our barbarian, who's sadly no longer going to play with us as of today because work won't allow him to. But it was like, he just like, I'm going to jump across. He made it by 1.
Wow.
Like if he rolled, I guess if he rolled 2 less, he would have failed. But he beat it by 1. The target was 15. He got a 16.
Yeah.
And then our gnome ranger was like, I'll just we'll attach a rope to the barbarian so he jumps across, and then the barbarian's gonna hold it, and then our fighter's gonna hold it. Then I'm just gonna shimmy across the rope. Like, I can turn into a spider and just carry everybody across. No, we're gonna do it this way. Okay. And then she rolled a 15. Target was 14. So she barely made it across too. Everyone's like, yeah, no, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to climb on the spider and we're going to just walk across. Like, yep. Everybody could have done that. Would have been so much easier, but we had to do the rolls for whatever. But it was funny though. Like, okay, I'm a spider. We're going to cross. And not have to roll about anything.
Wow.
And then, you know how barbarians are supposedly played, how they're dumb.
Yeah.
If you roll that for your stats, if you don't, I mean, you can kind of have a smart-ish barbarian.
Kind
It
of,
wouldn't make
although...
sense, but sure.
Although, no... So here's what's funny. In my group, we actually do have a smart barbarian. Although she plays it dumb because it's more fun to play it dumb.
Yeah.
But it really should actually be
It
a
is.
smart barbarian because I think she rolled a 14 or 15 for intelligence
Nice.
as her
Yeah,
lowest stat.
My lowest is a 12 for charisma. My intelligence and wisdom are both 13. Like, I'm not smart, but I'm not dumb. I'm intelligible enough where I would make sense and not make stupid decisions during combat or other scenarios.
Right.
But I kind of play her as I'm not stupid, but the things I say and things I do might be from a barbarian's intuition kind of way.
Yeah.
We should do it this way. No, it makes more sense to do it, but I want to do it this way.
Right.
Bring the barbarian in that way. But our barbarian is dumb was dumb in that scenario. And he also is he's a fighter yeti. Technically, not a barbarian. So he's a fighter yeti, a dumb fighter yeti wizard.
That's weird.
The wizard is quote-unquote wizard because he has one thing, because yetis and all giant races I guess have a thing called rune magic, which is the magic of the stones and runes and stuff, and his character knows about it, can't do it because fighter, and does not have the intelligence or wisdom to do so, but kind of understands how they work.
Okay.
And we gave him a stone that had some rune markings on it as a teleportation stone / calling, like a scry stone and a teleportation stone. Hey, when you're here, use the stone. We'll come and get you. It'll alert to the party coming in, and we'll know to send reinforcements and whatnot. So he's like, "Oh, it's a sleep spell." And the party's like, "What? What do you mean sleep spell?" Sleep spell. Takes the rock and just slams it against someone's face, and they fall dead / unconscious. Sleep spell. It was hilarious.
Wow.
And then he's like, "Oh, I know another one too," and we're all just like, "What do you mean you know another?" I know another spell. Grabs a whole bunch of dirt from the ground, rubs it on our fighter or our other person's wounds, and is like, "Heal spell." That's awesome.
Wow. That's cray, yo.
It is, but it was so funny. But he's no longer gonna be joining us because of work. But his last message to us today was, "You know what you guys have to do? You have to keep Sleep Spell alive." He's like, the person DMing said, Sleep Spell is kind of just a running joke in the group now, so that's not going anywhere. He's
Right.
like, yeah, we're like, yeah, that's true. It's not going anywhere. It's too funny to not.
Right.
Oh, I don't want the leggings. I want the stones. Give me your shard, dang it.
More Dark Souls?
Yeah, I'm trying to farm Titanite shards for weapon increases, and that's how you increase your weapon stats, is using Titanite shards and other Titanite things.
Right on.
I'm trying to collect a whole bunch of T shards, is what I call them, so it's easier to say T shards than Titanite shards. Oh, yeah, there's one. But I already have my my weapon max. I'm just collecting a bunch for when I want to upgrade my armor.
Makes sense.
Because I know I'm not going to do it to this armor. Because this is, you know, I'm only in the second area. It's like, this is not armor I want to keep on forever. It will definitely change.
Oh, good. I'm going to get some incense soon. Yay.
Yay, a straight sword. But not just any straight sword. It's a broken straight sword. You know what the damage is on a broken straight sword?
By the way, did I tell you what
24.
religion I've made in this game?
Your D&D game? No.
No, in this one, the Civilization game.
Oh, what religion?
So it's Pinky and Brain religion.
Oh gosh.
What? What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's just Pinky and the Brain was an amazing TV show.
But you know what they tried to do every night, right?
Yeah. Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
See? So it fits perfect in this game.
It does. It does. No arguments here. Yeah, I'm thinking of probably foregoing my plans to get a laptop. Just because a good laptop that I would want to have that would play League of Legends and the other games I have on my computer at a good frame rate is going to be decently expensive, and I'm trying to not have to spend money on it, so I've been saving up and asking for Best Buy gift cards for Christmas and my birthdays.
Nice.
I think I have like 300.
Okay.
Or like $300 to $400 worth of gift cards saved up.
Yeah.
And that's by no means anywhere close to what I'd have to get a decent computer for League of Legends. So I'm like, I know my desktop works perfectly fine. I just need to get a few pieces for upgrades, which would be nice. The only thing that's making it not work is the power supply, I'm pretty sure.
See, I actually just upgraded my computer, the computer that you're hearing I'm playing on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I actually upgraded around just after Christmas.
Nice. Like,
Cool.
I have the funds with the Best Buy gift cards to go to Best Buy and get the pieces I would need to repair my desktop and make it playable. And with me getting married in 4 months and 2 days.
Nice.
No, 4 months and 3 days.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The purpose of really having the laptop is not prevalent as much anymore.
Right.
Because I wouldn't be going between my apartment and my fiance's house. I would just be staying at her house.
Right.
I unfortunately then, if I choose to not do the route of getting a laptop, I would not be able to sit out with her on the couch doing stuff on my laptop while we sit together and chit chat or whatever. I have to be in wherever my desktop is when we move everything over there.
Right.
I mean, she could obviously be with me in that, so it wouldn't really matter. So I'm thinking I'm just going to scuttle the laptop idea and get pieces to rebuild my desktop.
Yeah, because right now I'm running on a...
It would also be more cost effective too.
Right? Well, and you get more power for your money.
That too.
Because, like, I got a 10...
I know I need a power supply.
Because
if
you...
I would like to upgrade my CPU and my GPU. Those are the
Oh,
only things I
GPU
would
you're not going to
upgrade.
find anytime soon. Just throw the GPU idea out the window.
Why are there not any?
There are 0.
What do you mean 0?
Like,
are they all sold out?
they are sold out everywhere. Like, we are living through the second Bitcoin GPU apocalypse.
That is weird.
Here's how bad it is. So a brand new one that just got released last October. So we're talking 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, the MSRP for that was $799 for the good one. The 3080
Okay.
MSRP for $800. What do you think they're going for today?
I wouldn't have a guess.
Like, let me do Amazon real quick right now.
4 months ago, if they're saying they're as hard to find as you say, 2,000.
No, that's what they were 2 months ago.
They were 2,000 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so right now, you can't find any of them by themselves. You would have to buy an entire new computer for $3,000 to be able to actually get one.
And I'm not necessarily wanting a, medium, top of the line, great graphics card.
No,
I'm
I know.
fine with getting an older one.
No. All the old
Like
ones are
older
gone too.
one. Really?
20, all the 20 series are sold out everywhere. Even the
Well, I don't even need
1660s.
that.
Even the 1660s doubled in price. Like, what used to be like a $200 graphics card or $250 graphics card, like last year, is now $500 to $600 minimum.
That's ridiculous.
Like, even the graphics card. So I actually got one for my other computer that I had, because I was making it a gaming PC before I built my new one, and I got a 1050 Ti. Like,
Okay.
it's 4 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. Like, it was new in 2016. Those are now going for almost $300, and I got mine for $150 brand new.
That's crazy.
And that was last
My
year.
graphics card definitely does need an upgrade. It still works just fine.
Like, what is your
Plays
graphics
the
card?
games like the old 960
Okay.
or something. I don't remember. I got the one I currently have. I got from Eric Peters.
Oh, okay.
Like, he got a new one. I paid him a couple, I think 100 or something for it. 'Cause it was a decent graphics card when he got either he just gave it to me because it was older.
Right.
I don't remember exactly, but I got it from Eric, and he's like, "I have that. That's been my graphics card since I built this thing."
Like, here's the other thing.
Start building it.
Like, here's the other thing. NVIDIA has started re-releasing 1050 Ti's because they're out of any other stock.
Gosh, that's ridiculous.
Like, they've started re-releasing from 2016. They're releasing stock that they have because they have no other stock left.
That
And
is messed up.
And everybody else right now is paying like triple or even quadruple MSRP right now.
That is messed up.
Oh, I agree.
So, obviously not getting a graphics card then probably. I mean, I would just have to spend some of my own money to get one.
Yeah.
But if I don't want to and just forego that and try to use gift cards only, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Like, here's the
I have
thing.
a pretty good motherboard. I just got new RAM.
What's your RAM?
I have two 8 gig sticks.
Okay.
Of like nice RAM. It's pretty nice RAM. I got it before I moved over here to Illinois.
Right. Yeah, when I built this one, I actually just upgraded to I got two 16 gig sticks. And I have 2 slots left open. I'm going to go with 16, another set of 32 gig more. The next chance once I get a new graphics card, that's going to be my goal is to upgrade the RAM left. And then once that's done, this computer will be good to go for 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah.
Like, I just don't know why my power supply crapped out on me.
I mean, that can happen over time.
Yeah, I know. And, like, I know it's also partly my fault to blame because I haven't cleaned it out the best. So it probably just died from that.
That would do it. I mean, I overbought a little bit on my power supply to make sure mine was good for a long time.
I mean, I thought I did too because I got a 650.
Yeah.
I think that's as much as I need, but I'm not entirely sure. And I was like, oh, I'll just get a new one for like 30, 40 bucks. Oh, how much do I get for that right now? Like 800 gigawatts. Like, that's more than I need.
Right?
That is way more than I need.
Well, you mean 800 watts. It's not gigawatts.
Yeah. 800 watt power supply. Yeah, I don't need 800. I'm pretty sure my computer runs on a 550. Like, having an extra 250 is not going to hurt me, and it's going to be roughly the same price as if I were to get a new 550. So
yeah,
I'll just get 800.
I actually went for 1,000 on mine. What's your processor right now?
I'd have to pull out everything. I don't remember what it is, but I know I did buy a new one before moving to Illinois, so it's not terribly old. It's only like 2-ish years old.
Okay. Yeah, I actually went for the 10850K.
Or 3 years old.
But yeah.
A lot of the stuff in it I purchased and built new from older pieces that I like bought off of people.
So it was secondhand
for cheaper price.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, I'm gonna start second-handed and then kind of slowly build it myself with new pieces as time goes on.
Yeah, I went with a pre-built to start with, but then I started realizing that like I kind of really wanted a new one because my processor kept maxing out because I had a 7400, which was good in 2016, but it started maxing out on some of my games. And I'm like, I have a 4-core 4-thread, and I upgraded to a 10-core 20-thread. So I kind of made a big jump.
Just a tad.
I mean, just
I don't
500.
I think mine's a 4-core, like 3 gigahertz one.
That 3 gigahertz not going to do anything. Most of them are 3 gigahertz unless you overclock it.
I don't know. It's not a bad one for the time I bought it. It was a pretty mid-level, like a mid-high one.
Which, granted, right now mine's running at 4.7 gigahertz right now. So mine's technically seeing a little bit of an overclock just because I kind of went crazy on my cooling for it.
Oh boy. Did you water cool it?
I did not water cool it. It's still air cooled.
It's a smart decision to not water cool them.
Right.
Although water cooling is fantastic, if you can get the whole system right and it can be really good, you just have to make sure you do it really good.
There's too many points of failure. No, I went with the Noctua Chromax Black DH15.
Okay.
Or NHD15. It was the best air cooler on the market. It actually beat some water coolers as an air cooler.
Nice. That's it. That's where you want to go.
But it was also $100, so it was kind of a little bit more expensive on that front.
Sometimes that happens.
But I don't have to touch it anymore for pretty much the lifetime of my PC. Because that thing's going to keep it cool for, like I said, at least probably 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm planning on
I
this
know-
PC lasting me about 5 years.
I know I put there was a fan, like the way my power supply was situated, it pulled air in and shot it out the back.
Okay.
I had another fan in the back, a fan on the graphics card, obviously, and a fan on the CPU, and then I had 2 fans up front. So it cooled pretty well.
Yeah, right now my graphics card right now is running at 100%, but even at 100%, it's at 58 degrees Celsius.
Ow. That's pretty good.
So it's like
That's pretty good.
it's not even like it could run like if once you get past 80, you're supposed to be kind of worried about it. But I'm running it at 100% at 58 degrees, so I know I'm
not
good.
worried.
I am pretty good on that front. But yeah, it's just I need to get a new graphics card, but it's just I can't get one right now. Not without paying as much for the graphics card as I do the entire rest of my PC build.
Yeah, that's not wise to do it that way.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm waiting for... I mean, I want Bitcoin to crash. That way the prices will come down and people will start offloading them. Because legitimately, like, if you don't get...
Always hope.
If you're not on, like, one of the websites, like, the minute they drop, like, usually within 30 seconds, they're sold out. With graphics cards right now. Like, there is nothing in stock.
Wow. Yeah, I'd have to get all my, like, look at all my stuff on my computer, and I don't really know the easiest way to go about doing that other than getting a power supply and turning it back on to see what my specs are to start formulating upgrades.
Right.
But I know my graphics card can play League of Legends at max graphics without any problems.
Yeah.
And all the other games that I'd be playing with friends, max graphics, so it wouldn't be a problem. Which would basically just be Rise of Nations, Age of Empires. If I could join you guys also for Minecraft.
Right.
At that point.
Well, that's, yeah. Minecraft's more of a CPU intensive, not a GPU intensive.
And then I could probably join you for the other game you guys played.
We play a couple different ones. I mean, a lot of ones. I mean, right now my rotation is Fortnite.
That spell one.
Oh, the spell break? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I could probably join you guys for that too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if you or Ed or both of you wanted to get into League of Legends, I'm more than happy to take you guys in.
Ooh. That is a dangerous rabbit trail. Because I played Smite for a while.
Dangerous.
No, it's dangerous
Smite's
on my
fine.
end. I did Smite for the longest amount of time on PS4. And I did enjoy it, but like it would depend on who you're playing with, really, that makes it, whether it makes it good or not.
True. That is very true. Very true indeed for that. I played it with my cousin and a few of his work friends, and we always had a great time playing Smite.
Alright, well,
But
I think
no
I'm gonna...
one ever wanted to play the actual 5v5 of Smite. They just want to
Right?
play everything else.
I know, no one, like, I still don't even like the normal Conquest.
Like I loved playing the Conquest mode. Like that's what I'm used to because like I love playing League of Legends. Like I want to play the Conquest. That's what I'm used to playing.
No, I don't like that one. I like the other modes better, man.
I'm not complaining about the other modes. Like they were fine. I liked the Conquest because that's my train of thought. Like, oh, League of Legends with the items and the building of your character level up. Like this is League of Legends on PS4.
Right. Yeah, for me it was never that case. But I think now that a lot of my people are here, the army's ready to attack, I'm going to save that attack for next time. So I'm going to call it there for the stream. But so
Okay.
I might still be on Discord for a little bit longer. But if you're on Twitch, please give me a follow, or if you have that Prime sub, would always love that Prime sub. Or if you're on YouTube, please give me that subscribe as well. Need to grow the channel. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.